Well, according to Time magazine, yours truly had the sixth top tweet of 2010. I think the word top is important here because it's not most important, it's not most pivotal or interesting or any. It's no, it is this obscure, weird list. I don't know their criteria for top since I share the list with Sarah Palin having a verbal gaffe, John McCain doing shameless self promotion, Roger Ebert not liking 3D movies, and Lindsay Lohan getting arrested. I really do not know the significance of being on this list or whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. To commemorate, celebrate, end the year, I figured I'd answer some long overdue questions from my Formspring account. Who does the cooking at your house? My boyfriend and I split it, but I take the easy tasks like scrambled eggs and grilled cheese sandwiches, and he does the hard things like box mixes or anything that requires cutting vegetables. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have an older brother, an older sister, and then I am the baby. Somebody had to be. Have all your former partners been bad for you, or have there been a few positive exceptions? There have definitely been positive partners as well as bad. When I was 17, it was a boyfriend who called 911 and had me rushed to the emergency room to have my stomach pumped when I attempted to kill myself. So that would definitely be a boyfriend in the plus column. Um, the first guy I dated after leaving my ex husband after my son was born was a close family friend and had been for years. Our breakup had was due to completely extenuating external circumstances, and I have nothing but affection for him. There's an old high school boyfriend who was not particularly a good boyfriend at the time, but has been a really great friend over the years since then. My very first ex boyfriend and I met up on Twitter about a year ago. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I dated a lot. I dated for very short periods of time, 3 months at a time. But so I had many experiences. I only had a few girlfriends, all of whom cheated on me for what that's worth. I had guys cheat on me. I had guys that didn't. I think dating's kind of a crapshoot until you figure out what you like and don't like and get better at reading people. And since I was still in the cult, at least semi mentally, as a teenager and in my early 20s during my dating years, that's definitely, that made it harder for me. I was really bad at social skills, I was bad at reading people, uh, wanted to assume the best of everyone, no matter the obvious reasons why I shouldn't. I had good partners, bad partners. I wasn't a good partner, too. I mean, I gotta put that out there. I was not a great girlfriend as a teenager. I was completely insane, um, really hormonal. I was going through a lot of pain physically and mentally. I had a dislocated hip for 3 years all through high school, so I was not exactly the nicest, most cheerful, mentally stable person. So, yeah, ups and downs, we all go through them. Do you have a tattoo? Yes. Moving on now. No, I have two tattoos. I have a butterfly on my shoulder because I really wanted one. I don't care if it's lame. I have, this totally unique tattoo that I drew myself. I drew it when I was 14, got it tattooed when I was 18. It's just this little symbol that has personal meaning to me and means absolutely nothing to anybody else. So I already had the completely unique tattoo that I decided I wanted the one that I literally picked out of a book on an impulse and got at a flea market. But I think it's a pretty tattoo still, so I'm happy with both purchases. When you sneeze, are you loud or quiet? When I sneeze, I sound like Pikachu. I have a very high pitched sneeze from. I swam into a swimming pool wall really fast when I was about 12. Since then, my sneeze sounds kind of whistly and funny. I actually had a seventh grade teacher send me to the principal's office for disturbing class with my apparently fake sounding sneeze. So, yes, I have an embarrassing sneeze, but I've just decided to go with the "it's funny" line. I'm pregnant and have decided to have an abortion. Any advice? Yes. My advice would be to get in touch with an actual abortion provider, not a crisis pregnancy center. It's important to make sure that the place you're going actually offers and provides abortion services rather than being a front group for anti choice activists hoping to guilt, shame, terrify, and lie to you enough to get you to not have an abortion. Um, so make sure that the place that you're going actually performs the service you're looking for. How do you make your videos? Do you write a speech or an outline, or is it all just a spontaneous expression of your thoughts? They seem spontaneous and unscripted, but you're always armed with facts and quotes. Well, thank you, Saina the Spiffy. Um, I actually usually think up a topic or a question or an idea, and then I spend a few days uh, sort of knocking it around in my head or walking around the apartment muttering out loud to myself and thinking out sometimes the one line singers or a particular point I want to look up. And then what I do is I have a simple sticky note program on my desktop, and I just use that to have a bullet point of any specific facts or figures or quotes that I need to get, and the rest is just sort of saying what I've thought about for a few days. That's how my scripts sort of organically happen, if you will. And the last but not least question of 2010: what would be my perfect day? That would be the day that we completely closed all loopholes for offshore tax shelters and actually had a fair system whereby class warfare in this country was ended and we stopped raping the natural resources of third world countries and exploiting their populaces. Fairness. I don't think it's likely. It's certainly not something I expect to see in my lifetime, which saddens me, but it's that time of year everybody gets all hopeful. So, peace on earth, goodwill toward men. Everybody have great godless New Year's. Peace.